Yo, what's up, guys? It's Terrell here from Terrell Game Vlogs, here to bring you Monster Musume episode 4 review. I almost messed it up because I didn't know. I didn't realize what episode I'm dealing with, but the episode was fine. They essentially did exactly what I said they did. They skipped chapter 7, which is the Mia cooking chapter, and they went straight to Sue, and they just did a Sue episode. And ironically enough, it looks like they're doing that for next week too. For those who are curious, next week is the introduction of Mero with some Sue stuff thrown in. In the manga, it's introducing Mero, skipping a chapter, and then doing an episode with Mero and Mia as the focus. In the anime, it looks like they're just going to throw it together, which was pretty much Sue's situation, except there was just a chapter before Sue's chapters, and they just said, fuck that noise. And as far as the episode is concerned, they stuck to the manga pretty well. They actually showed way more than I thought they were going to show. They did their zooming, censoring, and their white blurred in the bathroom steamy shit. You know, they did all that crap. Personally, though, Sue's one of my. It's probably my favorite. No, not my favorite, but she's in like my top 3. So I was happy to get this episode. I find her adorable. Her anime voice is fucking adorable. Where's my plushie or keychain or whatever the fuck I need? I got the volumes, but still, I want other merchandising that I can show and not feel like a pedophile. Wow, that sounded way worse than I thought it was going to. You know what? We're gonna pretend like I didn't say that. Anyway, let's move on. Because most of the episode was revolved around, and I do like this part of the manga because it doesn't happen too much, which is the chapters that are focused on that. It's more of a mixture of the real world stuff along with the monster girl harem shit. Because like as you can see, like Papi's and Sarah's are more like gag oriented if anything, whereas Sue's is more of a, well, is she competent enough to be trusted to be okay in these situations? And I actually do love Papi and Sue's relationship. And for those who are fans of it, you see a lot more of it. So you kind of have your own little cliques. Like Mia and Sarah are going to have a lot of moments. Sarah's also going to have a lot of moments with Rachira. I'm not going to spoil in what way, because her interactions with Rachira are way different than they are with Mia, especially because of how she acts. Rachira is actually probably one of my other. I like Rachira a lot, which is funny because I'm afraid I don't like spiders. So irony. Also, side note, they also revealed the visual designs for Draco, Keel. I think it's Key or Kill, the Druid, and Lilith and Lala. And as soon as I saw that Lala design, I didn't think she would be cut, but it's glad to get the confirmation. For those who were saying they're adding in too many girls, because Lala is the newest girl in the anime, I mean in the manga currently, even though she's been around for what, almost over 10 chapters. She was formally introduced in chapter 24, but she's in chapter 23 too. Lala still doesn't have that many chapters where she's actually the focus. She has like maybe 1 or 2 chapters in which she's somewhat of the primary focus. Which I feel like are actually her introductory chapters. So yeah, so a lot of people are worried that Lala, the anime is gonna skip stuff, when they don't realize that the anime currently has been doing 2 chapters an episode. Even when they skip chapters, they're doing 2 chapters an episode. And it's primarily, and I think the reason why they skip Mia's chapter is because chapter 25 is a good ending point for the anime, which sucks because that means you guys don't get to see the marriage 2 chapter, or the mother chapters, or the farm chapters. Well, not really farm, I guess the vacation chapters. And then currently where we're at in the manga, I'm not going to spoil that because that hasn't really been fully realized yet, although I assume it to be a development chapter. As far as going into what the future will hold, because they're skipping a chapter to do the Mero thing, I'm assuming that episode 6 will be hopefully the introduction of the Mon team, which is Mrs. Smith's team, which is the characters you keep seeing at the ending of the anime, which is the Oni girl, the zombie girl, the doppelganger girl, and the Cyclops. They should be technically introduced next week. They're probably not going to be introduced for like a week after, so, and it's not too bad. I mean, they're relatively important, and I know they're going to be shown. It just depends on when they show them. I think next week will work because the other chapter that will probably go with that is Sue's chapter, which, for the love of God, they better not skip. See, the Mia chapter doesn't hold too much weight because Mia doesn't have that much development overall for me personally. But Sue's is very important because Sue's goes into her development as a character and kind of explains her crush on Master. So I hope they do her. They better do her fucking chapter. And then the next episode should be the introduction of Ratchura. So we'll only go about an episode without seeing a new character. And the Mon chapter needs to be paired up with a filler chapter anyway, primarily because the Mon chapter doesn't feature anyone from the main character. Like, it doesn't feature any of the main girls or Kurusu. It only features like Miss Smith and the Mon characters. So putting that with a Sue episode, putting that with a Sue chapter will work out fine. We don't know if that's going to be the case, and I won't know until the preview for next week. But also that goes into why I know that they're going to bunch the Marrow episodes together, the Marrow chapters together. It's because there's a scene, there's only one scene, but there's a scene that's shown where he's carrying Marrow and like Mia mauls him. Well, that's the beginning of chapter 12, which would be the other Marrow chapter, because chapter 11 is the Mon chapter. So for all intents and purposes, I think we're good. Lala in anime form will only probably be in an episode, and the fact that you confirm those other girls confirm those various chapters, which means they're doing the D/love letter arc, which is fine because I've wanted them to do that. They can't not do it. There's too much. That whole saga takes up too much. It's like 6 chapters in the manga. Yeah, 6 chapters. It's like chapter 18 to chapter 24. So there's no way you could avoid doing it. You can't really, you can't duck it. The only thing I'm worried about is that they'll introduce Lala earlier. Ratchura will be in the anime by episode 7, and then Lala won't be introduced until episode like 11 or 12. So you'll go about 4 episodes without seeing any new girls. In terms of, also people are happy because introducing Keel, Drago, and Lilith means we'll get our development chapters for each Ratchura. Actually, there is one Ratchura chapter we won't get. I'm gonna be mad, but giving us the Ratchura Sarah chapter, the Sue Papi chapter, and the Mia Marrow chapter is cool. We're pretty covered, but as I said, I won't be able to confirm all my suspicions until next week when I see the preview for that next week. But so far the episode was fine. Covered most of the points in the manga. The only thing I thought was BS is the beginning. That should be the beginning of the anime where Mia over exaggerates or over dramatizes what Kurusu said to her about the whole marriage thing. That's filler. That's the only filler I've seen so far. Everything else has been canon. They stuck to the manga pretty well. I know there's going to be an uncensored version because the scene in which you see Sue with all the stuff inside of her and is doing a zoom from the bottom to up, in the preview you can see nipple, and here you can't, meaning that there might be, that uncensored version is going to be some shit, which I don't think comes out until like September anyway, which I think the anime will be done by then. Well, no, it'll be almost done. Probably like almost done. And then people are going to lose their minds because they want to see the uncensored version. Overall, I had a fun time with it. It was a cool episode. I liked it. Other than that, there isn't really too much to say, but good episode. Who liked Sue? And where are you ranking your girls right now? If I had to rank right now, it's probably Sarah, Sue, Papi, Mia. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sarah, Sue, Papi, Mia. Sue is too fucking cute. And Papi's fucking adorable. Mia will get her chapter next week actually too. So even though we skipped her chapter for this week, she still gets her development type chapter in this one. And the fact that the Drago chapter's here means she'll get her other chapter too. So Mia, even though we lost a chapter for Mia, it's not too much of a heavy hit because it's not like that's the only time she gets any level of focus or development. So she's good. But please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. And as I said, if you want me to talk about the Mia chapter they skipped, leave it in the description. I knew they were gonna have to skip a chapter because chapter 25 is too much of a good ending point to end it on chapter 24. So Lala will be in 2 episodes. She'll be shown. Yeah, she'll be in 2 episodes. Her body will be shown in probably. No, yeah, it's still 2 episodes. So yeah, we'll be fine. If they keep it, they don't have to skip anything else. They might. There's only 1 chapter I can think of them skipping, but they don't have to, unless they just feel like they need the extra time, which they might, because the later chapters do get into the 40s in terms of page numbers. But we'll see. We'll see until next week. But good episode. Sue was adorable. Kawaii Desu. Fucking, where's my plushie? And Slime Girls for the win. So, lost again for your boy Terrell, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Yeah.